Hi, in this video we will talk about what to do in days of anxiety and also the question about why do other people have more luck than I do. Welcome, this is Raise in Hope, Repeat, Chant, Meditate. My name is Vera. So this is the beginning of Pauri number 2 series. This is the introduction video, and in this video I'll explain the background of Pauri number 2 and how it can help us with the questions I've asked at the beginning. Just as a recap, the way I work with these verses, I've read the book Yoga of the Mind by Shabbat Kaur, which is a teacher of mine, and I've basically read it and interpreted it my way. Shabbat collected several translations of this text, which is written in Gurmukhi. I will be reading the text in Gurmukhi as well. The reason why I'm reading it in the original language, it's because it's a very ancient language, and the more ancient a language is, the more it's connected to primal vibrations, things that are helpful to us. They help us vibrate in a way that will unblock the energy in our bodies, which gets muddled up under all the stuff that happens on a daily basis. So what I'm trying to do is go back to base and look for hope in my inner self, in what is pure inside me that I've lost over the years. So going back to Pauri number 2 and to the questions I've asked at the beginning of the video. So in days where I wake up with anxiety and feeling I can't cope, the thing that comes to mind first of all is the need to go back to the present and to live one day at a time. So I repeat to myself, one day at a time. The only thing that exists really is the present moment. So anything that's happened so far and anything going forward to the future, they're things that don't exist, because what is in the past has already happened and what's in the future will happen. So the only thing really that I can do is to move in the present moment, which when I remind myself of that, so one day at a time, it calms me down, because there's nothing else. I can't go forward if it's not here yet, and whatever I've done so far, it's done. So going back to the Pauri number 2, what it tells us is to patience and trust that things will happen the way they should. And that brings me to question number 2. I look at other people's lives and I think, well, wait a minute, I'm not as good as this person, I can't do as much as they do. Regardless of whether they do or not do more than I do, the issue is when I start comparing myself to other people, it's not on a level playing field. Because first of all, I'm comparing myself to an idea of what I think the other people have. And the other thing is, instead of looking at it in a way as a study, as those are the things I want for myself, or those are the things I don't want for myself, it instead becomes a poison and becomes something that I use to torture myself, to say, well, you could do better, look at that person, look at what they do, and you can't do that. So now that takes me into another layer. It is related to Pauri number 2, which is, if things will happen as they're supposed to, if I want something for my future and I strive towards it and then I don't get it, it's very hard to swallow that I can't get towards something, or I keep trying and I can't get to it. So then what does Pauri number 2 say? It says, well, the universe will bring you what you need, things will happen the way they're supposed to, which means that maybe what I want to happen may not be exactly what I need to happen in that moment in time. It doesn't mean that I shouldn't carry on striving to get towards some objective, but what that looks like when I get there will often be different to what it's supposed to be. So this image of what I'm supposed to get to, and being stuck to that image makes me suffer more. So what Pauri number 2 is telling me is, okay, strive towards what you want to strive, but you may not get there because you're not supposed to. That's not what you need in that moment in time. And this is a really difficult thing because there's so many things we want from life, but for some reason we don't get there. But that doesn't mean we're supposed to. And accepting that, so, and again, another thing that Pauri number 2 is asking us to do is to find some acceptance in what is. And I don't know about you, but that takes pressure off of what I think I should be doing and what I think something should look like. And it makes me feel less anxious and less pressurized. It doesn't stretch me so thin because I have to do A or B and it has to look like C. If it looks like D, I may look at it and think, well, that's fine. Or I didn't get that because it wasn't supposed to be, I wasn't supposed to get there, to get that. It wasn't for me. That thing wasn't for me. The thing I need will come as I go along and strive to get my life in a place that I want it to be. So I think now it's time to chant the Pauri number 2, the Pauri I'm going to be working on the next few videos. And then I'll just recap on what the concepts are that we're working on with this Pauri. So here it goes. Hukmee hovan akaare, hukma jaaee, Hukmee hovan hukam miliai vadiaee, Hukmee utam neetch, hukma paie, Iknaa Hukme bakshisse, Hukme sadaa bhavaie, Hukme andar sabko, baahar hukam Nanak Hukme buje hume kehe. So as a recap, what the Pauri number 2 gives us and tells us is to have patience. It also gives us the stability and the reassurance and trust that what will happen is what I need to happen in that moment in time. And that takes pressure off. Life will flow the way it wants to, at its own pace. So something I may want and I may get in the future may not happen right now, but it won't happen right now, possibly because I'm not ready for it, because that's not what I need at this moment in time. Just to finish this video, I'd like to, and I think I'm going to start doing this on each video, I like to do a mini Zen moment. I call these mini Zen moments because they ground me back and they don't take long. So I invite you to do it with me. So what I'd like you to do is close your eyes, place your hands over your belly and feel what you're feeling. How am I feeling right now? Okay, that's your mini Zen moment. It just takes a second and it gives you pause. It just simply takes away the hustle and bustle of the day and just gives you a moment to connect, to be present. I hope this was useful. I hope you watch my videos on series 2, so Pauri number 2, so this is series 3. And I hope because you like it that you'll subscribe to my channel so you know when new videos come on. I'll see you on my next video. Thank you.